Hello, and welcome back to the Doing the Most podcast. I'm here with my Survivor brothers, my Survivor besties, Brice and Wendell. Thank you so much for coming back to the Doing the Most podcast.
It's great to be back.
Yes.
It doesn't look the same.
Yeah.
It's a little different, but
Yeah.
it's great to be back.
I was joking with you guys, before we got started. I was a little nervous that we weren't going to be able to top our last setup, but I think we did that.
I think we definitely did.
I think CBS did that, actually. Shout out here at the Survivor Café. But we are back. It's been about 3 years.
3 years.
3 years!
Wow.
God.
And no, it's weird because we all got better looking. So
I mean, yeah.
you'd assume it was
A couple of us have.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean.
I think all of us. See, but things are the same because I watched our last episode back the other day, and it started with you tripping him,
Yeah?
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
See how you do? But
Yeah.
3 years, and I'm still the same age from 3 years ago, so
It's
that
amazing.
works. So
Yeah.
yes.
So magic is real. So we are here. A lot has happened, a lot has gone on since the last episode. But how about you two update me on how you're feeling since the last episode? Because last episode we talked about a lot of different things. We talked a lot about your Survivor experiences. We talked about what it was like to be on the island. We talked about what it was like to come off the island. So we're gonna go a little bit deeper today, talk about some other things. So if you are interested in tapping into the first episode, we went really deep into your experience, your perspective on the show. We are gonna be given some insight on the Survivor experience in this episode too, but definitely check out that first episode. But you guys give me, from your perspective, what's the update from the past 3 years?
What is the update from the past 3 years? A lot has changed. Brice
Yeah.
and Wen continue to grow and
Yeah.
grow and grow, and it's become this amazing force of community support with fans and friends, and I feel like every season, Brice and Wen continues to grow. So that's the biggest update for me, is that we are continuously pushing the envelopes, going to more and more cities, making more and more connections, and just staying grounded within the Brice and Wen realm of just being friends that love Survivor, that love to watch it with people.
I agree. I echo the Brice and Wen sentiment, but first
Yeah.
and foremost for me, I'm a father now. I
Hey,
have a 2.5-year-old son,
congratulations!
Wenny. He's incredible. He's the best little force in my life.
Oh my
He's this
gosh.
amazing he's a little bundle of joy. He's wild, he's beautiful, he's happy. He does all things sports. He's, developing his own English and his own little language.
Yeah.
So yes,
Wow.
first and foremost, I'm a father.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That really is
Thank-
quite the update because that episode happened and then you became a father.
Then all of a sudden,
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I know that changes you at a fundamental level.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm such a soft. I mean, I was a softie beforehand. I'm even more of a softie now.
Yeah.
And he has some awesome uncles. Bryce is a great uncle. Joey is a great uncle.
Yeah.
So he has me. I just love and protect my son. Then he has the uncles that kind of roughhouse him a little bit. Play around.
Balance.
A
You
good
need
balance.
all sides of it.
A good balance.
And what I'm reading from both of your responses is just that power of community, right? Have it be within the Brice and Wen community, but also within the family, right?
Yes.
And the two really tie together because it might seem like, oh, we're talking about a Survivor watch party and we're talking about becoming a father, but the two actually are really interlinked. And something that I love in the bio of Brice and Wen Present is, we're moving with purpose. What is that purpose to you guys, and maybe how has that mission evolved in the past 3 years?
Well, I'll start, and I can
Yeah.
throw it to Brice.
Yeah.
I'll say our purpose is to bring everyone together. We want, no matter what, we want to create a space that literally everyone can come in and enjoy and celebrate this thing we love, that is Survivor.
Yeah.
That is these reality shows bring so many people together, and our spaces, our community, they're safe spaces for we were just talking about it earlier. Anyone can come. You can come no matter your beliefs, your race, your religion, no matter if you're on the spectrum, no matter, if you're handicapped, anything, you can come here and we will celebrate you and we will love you, So we want to create these awesome environments, again, to celebrate this show that we love.
Yeah, and definitely in a time right now where the place that we live is so divided. It's important to have a common ground that bring people together. And I think what, for me, is so special about Brice and Wen is that it is a safe space, like Wendell said, for queer people to come together and just be themselves. There's so many times that I just see people dancing on the floor, just in the most sparkly outfit. And I'm like, no, wait a minute. I got that shirt. But it's such a space for people to just be themselves.
Yeah.
People that are neurodivergent, that sometimes are antisocial, and they'll come and they'll be so anxiety ridden, and we're able to comfort them, or they find a sweet spot where they can just be themselves. So it's really about just bringing people together that have a common goal and love, because it's so needed at this time, because we are so divided. And I think that is the groundbreaking movement in Survivor, is that it's still here 49 seasons later, and I don't think it's going nowhere. And we have so many people of walks of life, so many different beliefs, and that we can come together and have a good time.
Yeah. It's so much deeper than just like a reality TV show. And I think that's what people don't get when they don't watch the show. They're like, okay, it's reality TV, right? Like drama and backstabbing and television. But the reason why I wanted to go on Survivor, which we're not going to talk about too much on this episode, but it's because of that depth. And it shows in the show, but also within the community itself, where this is a safe space where you can come and celebrate. And something that Steven said in episode 1 of season 49 was, as you're growing up, you lose not the excitement, but there's less opportunities for something new and exciting and challenging, right? And it's so cool because the concept of Survivor brings so many different kinds of people. So many different kinds of people from all walks of life.
Absolutely. I even think of, from a meta perspective, of like when you even play Survivor, you know, sometimes there's a winner and sometimes they are losers, or sometimes there are third boots. But I think a part of what we mean by bringing people together is that no matter what place you place, if it's first out, if it's first merge boot and winners at war,
He doesn't let you forget.
you have a place here and you will be celebrated, and we will treat people like you are the kings of the world. I think a part of why we even started Brice and Wen was like during my time, which wasn't that long ago.
Decades ago, this man played.
During my time.
Before we were born.
But even if it was a long time ago, like, it was memorable. You can't forget
It wasn't a long
That
time ago.
one episode was memorable.
It's not, it was 2.5,
Listen,
okay?
this is like our Survivor elderness release,
True,
too,
true.
you know?
Shit.
We have to be respectful.
Listen, I want to show you respect, too.
Thank you.
You were young on the show, so you're not an elder, but, like, you know the OG days more than we do.
Thank you.
Tell us about him.
I appreciate it.
Listen,
Well, in my time,
tell us about him.
Survivor wasn't on TV. We had to listen to it on the radio. But no, seriously, like during my era of Cagayan, after I got voted off, I was like so excited about forming this new community of friends. And like, oh, I couldn't wait. I was reaching out to people and I was getting left on scene. And so I was like, oh, this isn't the Survivor community that I thought it was going to be. And so fast forward to 2025 when Wendell and I have built such an amazing community. And when people get voted off early, I celebrate it. I look at it and I'm like, welcome to the amazingness. And what I think is funny is that some of those people that have left me on red years ago, now they message me and say, can I come to your party?
Right.
And I show them grace and I show them love as to what community looks like. And I think that is what we mean about bringing people together.
Yes. Before you talk,
Yes,
I just want to honor that, right? Because I think in a world where ego and I did better than you, or I am better than you, or all the different things that can divide us, from skin color to political beliefs to where someone placed on a TV show, like the mind can constantly be looking for a reason of like, why am I better than this person? And what you're saying, what not only this community is about, but specifically what you guys want to create with Brice and Wen is like, come as you are, who you are, and you are loved and you are celebrated. And also grace of maybe people who didn't show you that same kind of love and celebration and acceptance, like, I still love you because it feels so good to act from that place as well.
Absolutely.
And I want to piggyback on that. And
Please do.
I think Brice is the best testament. Like, you know, he only lasted maybe an episode or two. You know,
3.
Who's counting, right? But
Listen, 3 is a lot longer than 1 for sure.
Listen.
1 day on Survivor is like.
yeah,
Well,
that's
listen,
true.
you add the 3 and 26 days, that's like practically making a merge. But listen, go ahead, pop off.
I don't know.
Pop off.
But Brice,
Yeah.
you know,
Mister.
Mr. Brice,
Thank you.
Grandpa Brice, being the third boot, and then, you know, creating his podcast, doing Brice and Wen,
Yes.
and we have huge goals for Brice and Wen.
Yeah.
You know, we have like awesome things that we want to do, but one of the things is, of course, we interact with the cast. We we met these people before they were on the show.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We met these people, and like, you know, maybe we met them at a Brice and Wen event or our HAP event or somewhere, and we see some of these people on the show, or maybe they might come to an event of ours or something, but we meet these people, and one thing that's so important to us is we don't want to know what happened on the island.
Right.
We don't want to be spoiled or anything, because we want to judge these people based on who they are. Like, we want to meet you as a person, and we want Brice to be able to show you that no matter your place, you know, you, like, you're of value.
Right.
We love you, and you could do anything. You can create an awesome podcast empire. You know, you can do whatever. And so we meet these people, and I think we kind of find it important to just empower them, be like, yo, if you were first boot, if you were the winner, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're a part of this community, and we will help springboard you or help you pursue whatever it is that is your dream. You know, so that's kind of how we stand when it comes to the current cast and the alums. It's like, come to this place, let us help you with whatever we can help you with, if we can help you. And if not, give me a hug. We're going to be your friends.
We'll still be friends, exactly. And that's so cool, too. One, probably because you don't want the season ruined for you as well, right? You're living it so in-depth and so enthusiastically. Like, we want to be along for the fun as well.
Exactly.
But beyond that, too, it allows you to judge people for who they are and also welcome them as they are without any weird, like, we love you because whatever, right?
And there's a lot of that in this community. Like, it's the Survivor community, the reality community. There are people that learn spoilers and gravitate towards people.
Right.
We're not those people.
Right.
We don't know how you did.
Yeah.
We podcast about it, so we don't want to know what happens because we want to form our own opinions.
Right.
But also, like, we want to be cool with you because we're cool with you, not because we know that you made it to the end and got, you know.
Right, yeah. We want to love you for the character and the content in your heart.
Right.
And for your quirkiness. Like, you know, I want to find a weird person that I love that I can relate to.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah, it doesn't matter how you did. And I think that sometimes in this community, we put an emphasis on winners. Because sometimes they really not. No,
so humble.
Yeah,
so humble.
we celebrate the winners, but it doesn't matter where you place. For
Right.
me, that's just like, for me, going out third boot, that's winning. That like has such a special place in my heart, and I always try to celebrate every third boot that has gone out. We have a new third boot, Justin from the city of Boston.
Yes.
We have Asia. There are so many amazing and iconic third boots, and I just love to be like the mother den of welcoming in the third boots.
Yes. It's cool because we really do have with you two, it's like the mother nurturing energy and then like the father as well. I feel like you guys have such like a good like yin-yang balance.
Is this my wife? Is that what
Maybe like your work wife in certain ways. Like listen, you guys lasted a long time. You know, you guys have lasted a long time. And for two friends to work as long as you two have worked together, that's not easy. Listen, this is a family business. We know what it's like to work with people that you not only know but love, right? So talk a little bit about how your friendship maybe has evolved over the past couple of years. Let's bring in some love, right?
Yes.
Listen, we can chirp all day, but I know you two love each other.
Well, the friendship has absolutely evolved. We spend so much time together on the road, hanging out. Wendell just loves people over at his house, just in the basement. And the friendship has for sure evolved, but I think the beautiful thing about the friendship is like we talk constantly.
Right.
And I think for me, I'm a self-reflector, and so for us to be able to always reflect on where we are at in our friendship and where we are at in our business. Now let's just be clear, we fight. And we fight.
Family fight.
We fight a lot.
Yeah.
And I may enjoy to fight, okay? I might call it a sport.
I don't.
But we absolutely fight, but it's like the beautiful thing is that like, I'll get mad at him, hang up, and then 2 minutes later, I'm like,
he's calling me back.
Hey, but that
what are you doing?
That takes like commitment, you know? And I feel like when it comes to working together, and I'd love for you to add on this as well, is like it requires a certain level. Okay, we are gonna fight, but we're gonna move through it. Like that's commitment, that's friendship, that's family.
We're professional. When it comes to the business, we're professionals.
Yeah.
So, and we always put it first. So we will literally fight. We always fight in Boston. Always.
Listen.
Like we made it
Not-
24 hours.
We're not
knock on wood.
Yeah.
But like last time in Boston, we fought. I don't even think Brice came to the setup. He was mad that he didn't come to the setup. We get to the event, and I guess at the event, I forget that Brice is mad at me. So I get on the mic. I'm like, "Where's Brice Isaiah?" He walks up. I'm like, "Welcome, boss." I put my hand around him.
Brice
you know.
is like,
And then I hand him the mic, and it's great energy. It's we put this community first.
Right.
You know?
because you are like the parents of it's like in a family, like
Not
the
the
parents gotta get
parents,
along,
yes.
you know?
So, but our friendship-wise, like, we started off, like, great friends during my season, Ghost Island, and Brice would call me every single day. Every morning he would FaceTime me. And at first I was annoyed, like, come on, man. Like, bruh, I'm waking up. What are you doing, FaceTime? Why you got to FaceTime me? I'm in bed right now.
Is this your first time hearing this?
No, because I feel like the story is the opposite, but you know.
That happened last episode too.
But what's the name of this podcast again?
Doing
the
most.
So
Okay.
pop off.
Thank you. So Brice would call me every single day. Y'all know I don't call this man every single day, but you know, I got used to it and I enjoyed it. And now it's different.
Yeah.
And now he doesn't FaceTime me every day because we've been best friends for so long and working together so long, traveling together, staying in the same hotels and things like that. So, but that, I think it got to a point where we were doing the most together.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, yo, we're around each other too much. So now we don't even travel together. We 90% of the time we don't travel together. We don't take the same flights or whatever. 90% of the time we don't even stay in the same hotels. We might want to stay in different hotels. Like Brice might want this kind of hotel. I might want that kind of hotel. Whatever. But I think that establishes like a healthy, like kind of almost like a work-life balance, especially when you're working with Brice. I consider my brother. So we need some space so that we can come back together and like do amazing things.
And like actually appreciate and be excited to see each other. Listen, me and my boyfriend need to do that too, okay? He's been down in the Cape the past week and I've been here. You need space so then you are excited to see each other, you know, no matter what, specifically with the relationships that you really care about.
Absolutely. And as Wendell is the senior here, when you get older, you change. Things look different. And I think it really speaks to the healthiness of the friendship to respect boundaries and to understand that like, okay, the way Brice recharges is he might go missing for 2 days. But like that's how he recharges, right? And I think sometimes it can come off in any friendship, any relationship where it's like, okay, this person is pulling back. And I think people sometimes think it's something that they have done. And really it's coming to understand that it's, wow, I need to allow this person to do whatever they need to do in this way and actually come back. Like Wendell loves to build. Wendell loves to do all this stuff. Like we'll get back from a tour stop and he'll be in his garage just and I'm like, what?
It doesn't make that noise. I don't know.
No, it probably
and so and so it took me a long time to understand like, wow, this is his process. And so I think the more your friendship evolves, you understand how people are, and I think that really is a testament to our friendship because no matter, and this I will say something positive as always, but
balance.
Let's hear it.
No matter how devastating the fight could be, no matter how mad we might be at each other, anytime I call, my brother will pick up the phone, and that really does say something. So I really do appreciate that.
I appreciate you, Brice. Shannon, invoice Brice and Wen for this therapy session because
that's what
like,
I'm here
whatever
for.
we owe you for these breakthroughs, we will pay you, please.
No, I actually really just felt the emotion of that. That was really beautiful. I love you guys. Just
Thank you.
Straight up. And I feel like it is the heart that both of you have, that it just makes sense why I met you guys a couple years ago and why we are here right now. And to speak on like just the consistency you two have in your friendship, it's so beautiful because it really is tied to what feels like a deeper purpose of not only the business, but what the business stands for. And I know this current season, it's about the blueprint, right?
Yes.
And I really don't know, we haven't talked about like what that really means and like the deeper essence to that. So I'd love to hear why the blueprint.
The blueprint, that's a great question. So Brice is kind of our creative director. Every season, he thinks of like our theme. That, you know, we've had basketball themes.
Andy Warhol.
We had cowboy theme.
Cowboy,
Basquiat and Warhol. We had a lot of different themes, you know, that
with meanings.
With meanings, and then also it allows us to lean into like almost like a silly side and give the people something funny to look at when they see our poster.
Yep.
And this
again, balance again.
Yes.
The humor with the deeper meaning. Yeah.
And then he had this idea for a theme.
I'm excited.
we were locked in.
He had this idea for a theme for season 49, and he kept on telling it to me since, like, we talk about these things well in advance. So in 48, he's like, yeah, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. He's even teasing things in some of our Instagram posts about what the theme is going to be for 49.
It's the marketing for
and
me.
I'm like, not sold. And Brice is texting me, make sure you get those shoulder pads, make sure you get that helmet for 49. I'm like, bro,
You're like,
what
we'll
is
see.
talking about? So then I was just thinking about the greater community and how a lot of people, I don't want to say they look up to us, but they'll like reach out to us and just ask for advice, insight. Hey, I want to throw an event. How can I do this or that? And our stance has always been, we're not gatekeepers. You know, we're going to open doors for people. We will let the floodgates open.
Abundance.
You know, abundance. Because there's enough out here for everybody.
Totally.
And so I was thinking, man, like, we're kind of like giving blueprints out to our people, you know, for them to like throw their parties and stuff. And we'll always take those calls and we'll always help our people out. So we started thinking, man, we can name this season The Blueprint, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So cool.
And I also think it comes from a space of us doing what we've been doing. There have been so many times we've asked for help or we've reached out. And again, doors have been closed on us and doors are constantly closed on us. But we move forward from that. And I think we always come from a place of positivity and love. And so it's like the blueprint really means like, hey, we found the blueprint or this has worked for us.
Use it.
Let's share it.
Right.
And so I think that, and I love it,
Yeah.
like, because it's like a play on words. It's like the blueprint, and also it's like, you know, you can put a hard hat and some overalls on.
It's a theme too.
Another
It's a
theme.
photo shoot.
He ran with that theme. As soon as I said, order these overalls, I got the hard hats. Bring your tools.
Hey, like I said, it's all about the balance. It has the deeper meaning, but also the humor and the creativity. And you speak on the blueprint, and I think it's not only for, you know, the Survivor players to come in and be like, listen, I'm new to this whole community, because it kind of just all of a sudden blows up in your face. Where like all of a sudden, you're on Survivor, right?
Yeah.
And so to have this community to lean on, almost as like a sorority or like a fraternity or like a family to join and be like, hey, like, how do I navigate this, right? But then also for the fans to be like, come join the Blueprint and be a part of this community, right? Of like finding that space and having that space to rely on as well, right? So it's not only for the players, but it's also for the fans.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. We try to create these spaces that, and we say we a lot. This thing isn't we.
Yeah.
This is the community, and it's taken on a life of its own,
Yep.
for sure. Like, this isn't Brice and Wen. This is the community.
Yep.
But we just try to create these spaces that allow for, like, a seamless, like, you will see a lot of the reality stars not in the section, just hanging out with everybody, because everyone in the community is so cool.
Right, and like the fans are like just as fun, sometimes more fun.
And
than
we
other
know
players
we're going to see
sometimes.
them on the
Exactly.
show.
Yeah.
We know these people that are coming to
Right.
these events, we will see them on the show.
Literally
Yes,
me,
yeah.
exactly.
You know?
I was at a watch party 3 years ago. That was like Noelle was there, and like at that point, I believed I could maybe do it, but like it really is possible. Maybe just real quick to the fans who do want to apply, just as 3 walking examples of like you can get on the show. Like, what would you say to someone who really does want to go on?
I would say, and I hate the cliche, it's like
Yeah.
be yourself, but don't just be yourself. Like, it's like, what about you is special? And, or what I say, like, what about you are the things that you got teased about? Or what are some of your insecurities that you have, right? Think about that. Let's pause. Think. So you think about that, right? And what I always say, and what my mom has taught me as growing up, because I was always different, and my mom said, and this was like 4th, 5th grade, she said, Brice, that's your superpower.
Come on, Miss Barb.
And the second you start to realize that what makes you different from these other people that are teasing you and bullying you, and when you can take that back, that's when you will start to live. And so I say to anyone that's applying to Survivor, think about those times in your life that you were bullied. Think about something that you don't like. Maybe it's your weight, because I'm struggling a little bit myself. Maybe it's how you look. But use that in your video process. Like, hey, I might be a little more curvier, but I ain't never see a curvy girl climb up the wall and compete the challenge. Like, take what you think is your insecurity, but really that's your superpower, and apply that to your application. And baby, we'll see you at a Brice and Wen watch party at the premiere.
That was so good. Thank you for
all
like
right.
making the direct eye contact too. And just to speak on that, something that I want to say as someone who's applied and now is on the show, like do it scared. Like do it scared, you know, because it's the things that you're scared of doing, intimidated of doing, that even though you do it, even if you think you're not ready, even if you think you're not meant for it, right? Like I still get nervous. These are 2 of my friends. I still get nervous doing these things. But as you do it, it's so fulfilling. And that's how you meet yourself and you match yourself constantly, constantly, constantly again. And that's how we grow too. So that's my little motivational moment,
like
but
that.
you're next.
My only tip,
Yeah.
because you guys gave great advice.
Yeah.
You know, find your uniqueness or that which you're intimidated by, and use that as your superpower. I say, don't stop applying. Like, stay at this thing. Nothing that you want is easy. Nothing that you want will just be handed to you. Brice is one of those unique human beings that if they see a 30-second audition tape of his, they're going to cast him anywhere.
That's it.
How many times did they see your video?
In my case, it took me about 7 years.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, and I kept applying and changing different things and, you know, changing my haircut and changing my career, and I finally got on.
Right. And I think that's key too, is that, okay, it's cool, because you were talking about authenticity, I talked about courage and you talked about consistency. I think 3 kind of tools you need to succeed in anything, right? And just in the theme right now of talking about applying, look at people who have done what you want to do and take some tips from them. There are application videos on YouTube. That really helped me. I applied once and I equate it to, obviously, who I am. I want to love myself and say that a big part. But I think another big part was looking at Kenzie's video and Dee's video and being like, okay, here's the structure. Let me do something similar or at least try to make it better, right? But to come back to the beginning of the conversation and the discussions we had on even the last episode, you guys are about so much more than just partying in reality TV. We're recognizing that. There's a deeper meaning here, and you guys are about making positive change in the communities that you're part of, but also on the shows itself, not just Survivor, but all of them. And you guys worked to bring diversity into, again, not just Survivor, but all the shows. So maybe you want to speak on where that was at last episode, but also where we're at now with diversity on all the shows again, but what other changes do you want to see made in the reality TV world, if any?
Wow. Okay, there's a lot there.
Yeah, long question, sorry. Yeah.
So, regarding diversity, I think CBS has made incredible strides.
Yeah.
Since last we talked a few years back, we've seen this diverse array of winners. And I think a lot of that is to be attributed to the diversity initiative, them being intentional and saying, you know what, we're going to change the landscape of this show. We're going to change the complexion of this show. We're going to give a lot more people the opportunity to do well out here and see what happens.
Right. And see what happens.
See what happens.
Which I can go into, but you can
all right,
take it.
All right. And I think that's great. I think I want to say kudos to CBS for that.
Yes.
I would love to, with the, let's see, we understand the political climate in America right now, and it will be interesting to see the direction that CBS goes with the knowledge of what's happening politically in America right now. I'm hopeful for CBS. I believe in Probst. I know he's a good man, and I think we're just watching and hoping that they continue to uphold their commitments.
Absolutely, and if I could just piggyback on that, where I think that the last time we did an initiative, we didn't call them out, we didn't blast them, we called them in. And I think that we understand the pressure that is going on around us and through executives and higher ups. But my thing is that Survivor has been a pioneer, and it has done things that have shaped cultural events. And right now is a time that we are facing that we will look back 20, 30 years and be like, wow, we really went through that. And I have faith, and I know that Survivor will be something that we can say was a constant and a standstill. So although it's a lot of pressure going on right now, I really do have faith that Survivor can prevail in being what it has evolved, because it's all about evolving from season 1, from Richard Hatch to having JT, to having Sandra, to having Fabio, to Tony, to Wendell, to Marianne, to Jam Jam.
Are you reading the
Mind your business.
I didn't know you could read that well.
It be your own one. But I'm just saying how the evolution has changed, and the evolution will continue to go on. And I just hope that Survivor is continuously a pioneer.
Because we are living in a world of algorithms and bubbles. And you might see what's only in your algorithm or bubble. And the person, us two Philly boys, might just see this. You might see this as this woman from Boston. People in middle America might see that, Survivor is shown to the whole country, to the whole world. So, and them making this made-up utopia where there's so much diversity, and you see a Jam Jam working with the Carolyn, working with the Carson, if Survivor continues to push that envelope and to show those things, then we can get outside of these algorithms and bubbles, because it's on CBS that we're watching these incredible relationships happen.
Right.
And in a kind of a country with a lot of division, Survivor, Big Brother, Amazing Race, all these shows that we love to watch, they can kind of continue to bring people together.
Exactly. Like you said, it can serve as an example of what is possible. I love how you touch on, everyone has their own algorithms based on, the thoughts they already have, and the algorithm kind of just reaffirms that. But then you're going to sit down and watch Survivor, you know, there's not a million different versions of that. There's one.
It gets
right?
you out of the algorithm.
Exactly. It gets you out of the algorithm.
Yeah.
Shout out Survivor for getting us out of the algorithm,
Yeah.
for real. So with all that said, what does support from CBS, from the community, look like to you guys? Because this is an important mission, and how can I support, how can the community support, and how can CBS support as well?
Well, first of all, I love that CBS is, the people that we talk to at CBS, they're good listeners, and they're willing to like actually digest things and make changes. The Brice and Wen kind of umbrella of sorts, we are not under CBS.
Yeah.
We're kind of like, we're not parallel. We're like the little guys, but we think that we help like push CBS, or we help push Survivor, if nothing else.
Right.
And I think CBS can help support us by continuing to be good listeners, but that also comes with, you got to know how to talk to CBS. Like, you don't want to go on Twitter and bash them. It's like, you know what?
Yeah.
If you want to see some change, figure out the right way to ask for change,
Yeah.
or to open up that dialogue. But continuing to be great listeners, and see, like,
There's just a pool of Survivor alum that's out there that help push and bring up the Survivor community. And again, I'm all for the Survivor Mount Rushmore. We stand with Queen Cerie. We love Boston Rob. We love Sandra. But there are so many other more amazing Survivor people that if Survivor was to shed a little light on, I think could help raise. Like, for again, my good friend Francesca Hoagie just released her book. She just had a TED Talk. She's all about love and dating. Although I'm still trying to find my love. So, but even I think of like Lauren Ashley Beck. She's she has so great talent. She should be a host somewhere. There's just so much untapped potential use that I feel like, again, we know the great Mount Rushmore of Survivor, but there are just so many other talented people that I would love to see. And I think because maybe they didn't do as well on Survivor, they don't think that they could hold that space. But given the time and putting the spotlight, okay, we can hold space.
and if I could piggyback on that,
Please.
yeah, I think they would do a tremendous service to the community if they try to empower and enable some of their, other
Yeah.
survivors.
Just to piggyback off of that, I do feel like there's something in my Survivor Sixth Senses that we're gonna get some maybe returning player seasons in the 50s. Are we hoping for that? Do we see that maybe happening, and maybe that's an opportunity? Because I hear you, for them to bring back some other players who are really special but maybe haven't had the limelight as much. Like, I would love to see a player like Thomas from 48 come back, right? Like, he went out, I think, 5th or 6th, right? But, like, still that big personality. And for me personally, I love seeing people play who, like, they really had something in them. They didn't get to go super, super far, but, like, you do want more of them.
Absolutely, and I've been a proponent of, not just because I'm a pre-merger, we need a pre-merge season. There is so many great people that got taken out early that I think would be amazing. And I know Jeff has gone on record as saying, like, we just don't have enough big personalities. But Jeff also has gone on record and saying, we're not doing the winners at war. We're not doing the season 50. So I know Jeffrey takes back a lot of his things. But I think that there, especially in the new era, there are so many amazing pre-mergers that I would love to see a pre-merge season. It would be like a whole new season. And again, taking myself out of it. But if you wanted to put me in it, I'd be here. But I'm just saying, I really think that is something that is so an untapped market that is just so great.
Yeah, there are a lot of great pre-mergers. A lot of people actually said that about Ghost Island too, that like we had a pretty incredible pre-merge.
I'm curious. You go.
Okay, you want to read the winner's wall over there? It's season 36 right there. You see that?
We have a winner's wall right here.
Chris Underwood?
No, anyway.
I'm curious what you think as someone who's not pre-merge, what are you...
Well, first merge, well.
No, I made it past the merge both times.
Okay.
He doesn't even know what a merge is. I don't know why he's even saying this M
we're
word.
letting go of the ego wherever it comes from, okay? Love.
What I'll say, all of that. No, but to the 50s, speaking towards the future, we just had the 40s, an influx of a lot of great characters. This new era is here. And again, we have a lot of alums before 40, but we haven't seen any returnee seasons, and we will for season 50. Yes, I think the 50s is going to be a season with lots of returnees and of course, season 50, they only had so many spots. We all had favorites that didn't make it.
Jesse Lopez. Jesse Lopez.
My goodness.
Sorry.
I look at season 49 and I look at season 50 and I'm like, that looks like an awesome cast to watch. I'm excited to watch it. But again, there are so many Survivor alums that, of course, we're going to have people that we wish made it on there. And I think CBS is going to pick up the phone and call a lot of them for the next few seasons. I think we're going to see them.
I would love some returnee seasons, and I would also love some themes.
Bring the theme.
Right?
Okay, sorry.
But even like themes mixed with returnees, right? So it's like returning players, but a theme.
Oh, wow.
Come on. And something that I think CBS is so good at is listening and integrating forward from what they hear as well.
I love the new era. And first of all, shout out to all the TikTokers, because I be on the Survivor TikTok. Shout out Tegwith. Shout out all of the new Survivor creators, because TikTok is the place to be. 3 in the morning, I'll be up scrolling anyway.
That's not good for your mental health.
I know it isn't.
Put the phone down, Brice.
I love you.
Go to sleep. Get a sleep mask.
I think I saw or read I listened to a TikTok that said the new era has been so great. The only thing that's been missing is that the fact that it's 41, 42, 43, 44, they kind of like mesh together. And it's like we miss a little Brains, Braun, Beauty. We miss a little David versus Goliath. We miss a little Ghost Island. We miss there's something about those themes that I think when we were we we over it. But now that it's just numbers, and again, I think that Survivor 50 is going to be like Survivor in the 20s. Remember in Survivor in the 20s, there was a lot of returnee season, almost to the point that people were like, okay, we had enough of the returnee season, which is why I think that Cagayan is such a special season, because it was the first all newbie season in such a long time. And so again, like I said, ebbs and flows. The pin needle? The
pendulum?
The pendulum swings. And so I think I would love to see more themes, more returnee seasons, returnee players in 50.
Yes. So, fantastic feedback. Would love to hear from you, Wendell, as well, if there's anything else you want to add in terms of how CBS can support, or the fan base, or whomever.
I think CBS, they have, they always get there, but sometimes they're slow adapters. Like, I see them now tagging their castaways. This is something...
Appreciate that.
That it's so great, because CBS has the ability, just like these other shows, to turn ambassadors or turn their castaways into billboards. You know, like, enable these castaways to scream CBS and Survivor from the mountaintops, you know? And that starts with, empowering them, tagging them, and, letting them throw a watch party, getting behind them, getting them... I just think CBS, they started doing it, but just keep on investing in your castaways. Keep on allowing them to be these great ambassadors for the show. That's how the show is going to go on.
And I feel like that just adds to the Survivor community, Survivor family as well, right? And speaking of that, Brice and Wen has been quite the build off of Survivor, even though it's not directly connected to CBS. What do you have to say to maybe someone that wants to be kind of under that umbrella, start their own thing, have it be about Survivor or not?
Well, I'll say this. There are a few enterprises that have come from this reality world. Brice and Wen, again, we're the little guys. We're still trying to figure this thing out. We are not businessmen. We're trying to learn business, We see RHAP. We see Fair Play does his thing. We see Alyssa Lopez from Big Brother with the Key Influencer Agency.
We see Derek Frazier and Tiffany with the Royal Crown Podcast Network.
Yes. Over in MTV World, we got Challenge Mania. I think that it's so cool to just watch people take this 15 minutes that they've had and just create something cool out of it. And so I encourage that. I want to see more, and we like to collaborate with people like that. That's why we always go to those Challenge Mania events. We invite them to our events. And we try to find ways to push that. I think CBS can also I don't think that they should be scared of these things. I think they should say, you know what? These enterprises are something that we allowed to happen, and I think it's awesome, and I think that these things help push us further.
Totally. And as a fan as well as a player, the more Survivor, the more opportunities, the more things we can go to like this, all right? The Survivor Café in Boston here at the Greatest Bar, right? It just gives more ways for people to be involved, which I think is what everybody wants, right? So thank you guys for being here.
Thank
I
you.
really genuinely love you both, and I don't know if I would be on season 49 if it wasn't for you two and just.
You would.
I don't know. I really don't know. Like meeting you guys and coming to the watch party, it just lit a certain fire under me that really contributed. And even let's say I didn't meet you guys, even just having you now, you know, having the support. I don't want to cry.
We got you.
I don't want to cry. But you know, it's going on a show like this, putting yourself out there. It can be difficult. It can be challenging. It can be scary. And my last question for you two is, you know, my faith has been what has really grounded me and guided me throughout not only going on the show, but it's really evolved actually after being on the show as well. So I'd love to hear for you two, you know, what is that real like driving force for you two that keeps you going in the good times and the bad times?
I think it's community. I think it's really about who you surround yourself with, who you consider to be a support system. And I think even sometimes when you are a Survivor contestant, right? You're like, the time of my life, you go out on Survivor and you live it, and then you come back and then you're like, oh my God, wait, what? Why do I have this feeling? Why, when I see something, I'm kind of triggered, or the episodes or the season will go on and the edit is a different way. And that is something that's hard to process. And so I think that it's important to have a solid base in a community of someone that you can trust and just talk to and be able to like release that, because if you don't, it's just gonna like eat up inside of you. But I think it's just really important to have a solid support system in any way that it comes. Friends, therapists, a community is just like a safe space that you feel comfortable to like release. And I think that with Wendell and I, with Brice and Wen, we've got a safe space, even with our one of our best friends, Joey Hatch, right? Like I use this safe word whenever we are in difficult times or we have to have an uncomfortable conversation. I say, can we open the sharing is caring table?
Yeah. So Brice, you let us know your motivation, what keeps you going, right? I'd love to hear, I know the community is big for you too, but what keeps you going, Wendell?
My motivation is my son. Wenny, I do everything for him and to make sure that, you know, his life is going to be great. And when I'm not here, his life, he's going to be just fine. So he's my motivation, and that's it.
Yeah, no tears today.
No tears. Look at these eyes.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're a little watery.
I'm
they're
not
watery,
shedding any tears, but that's my man.
Yeah.
I love Wenny.
Yeah.
Little Wen is my guy.
And we love a father. We love a strong father. And I think in a world right now where the family can be so messy, straight up, just because of the culture and society and the world we're living in, to see a strong father passionate about his son,
Yes.
I love to see it. So thank you for representing that.
I come from a strong father who poured into me, and that's exactly what I want to do with my son. I just want to give him everything and make things better than they were for me for him.
And he's so cute.
He's a
He's
perfect
so
little
cute.
dude.
Give us more.
They're the real deal, okay? I've spent enough time with these two, and the hearts and the character of these two guys right here, and Joey, of course. Can we get Joey? You're just really special and really authentic and very genuine. So I'm so grateful to have you two. Even as someone just witnessing, I'm so grateful this community has you guys. So I encourage all listeners, all viewers, check out how you can get involved in what they're doing. Show up to one of the watch parties. Follow them on Instagram. Like right now, I would love, tell the viewers how they can get involved in what you're doing, because it's more than just reality TV. It's a safe space. It's a community. It's mentorship. It really is. So let them know how they can get involved.
Yes, well, absolutely. You can follow us on social media at Brice Wen Present, anywhere, TikTok, X, Instagram, also the Purple Pants Podcast, where we do podcasts about Survivor and many other things. Also, you know, speaking of entrepreneurship, since I've started and been on Survivor, you know, one thing that has been constant is that, like, I love a good zaddy. So the Brice Isaiah Zaddy calendar is available. You can click the link in my Instagram bio, Brice Isaiah. What else do you got, Wendy?
Well, I'll say that's BriceIzayah.
That's why you got good friends.
And you
okay?
got yes. Follow Brice Isaiah. I'm Wendell Holland on all platforms. And yeah, just feel free to come out. Support is something we hold very. We love the people that come out and support us. We always have a comp list of 100 people, but we also have people that are good friends that come out, that reach into their pockets and buy a ticket. So we thank those people. Those are the kind of people we are.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate all the support. And
what I love about Brice and Wen sometimes is that the term outcast, or like we might hear something about someone and we're like, oh, okay, well, we'll meet them for ourselves. And what I love about what we have built and create is that, again, like Wendell said, Brice and Wen isn't just Brice and Wen, right? There are so many people that have attended our watch parties that now help support us, that work for us, that staff us. There are amazing people out there that like work with me on my podcast. And so I think that it's really about the ground up and coming and we see each other like we're real people. Like when we are at watch parties, we have like a VIP section for people to hang out and chill with. You don't see Wendell and I down there. We sweating down here to talk to everyone. And like what I love about that is that, and this is something that I feel like I've discovered, is that not that people aren't real, but like they're real connections. And I've made some of like my best friends. Like there's this young man named Timmy Bridgman who I met at a watch party who now works for me on my podcast. Rob was looking for a new editor. I like submitted Timmy to Rob. Like, so there's just so many different amazing connections. There's Solomon in Boston who every time we come through Boston, Solomon's like, you got to check in with the mayor, right? And so they're just these amazing people.
Keenan, Jordan West,
Reese.
We have so all over the place. Natasha. We have so many people that are just, they're our friends. They help us. They work with us.
Jack Atkins.
Jack.
And these are not only players, but also fans,
Yeah.
right? It's like
It's
a
everywhere.
real,
It's a
real
community.
And it's not just virtual. It's not just on TV. It's not just like, oh, celebrity fan. It's like family. It's community. It's true friendship. And that's what's so special about it. And I think that's why, we have such a great thing going here as well, Like it is that family and that community. And I just think that good people know good people. You know what I mean? So if you want to be a part of that, you now know how. So thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys so much.
We're so proud of you.
Thanks.
And we thank you so much. We thank your mom, Julie, so much.
Yes.
We love the Greatest Bar.
Yes.
We love what CBS did here. We're so proud of you. And
I love you guys.
we hope to watch you for a long, long time.
Hey,
Yeah.
me too. Me too. All right,
Yes.
I appreciate you guys. This is only just the beginning to much more positive influence and fun and magic and so much more. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.